Maltipoos fool everyone at first. You see the teddy bear face, the tiny trot, the soft little curls, and you think you've unlocked the cheat code to dog ownership. Then the real Maltipoo shows up. The one who can't hold their bladder, negotiates every meal, panics when you leave the room, and steals socks like it's a full-time profession. They're adorable, yes, but they are work. So before you fall for the fluff, here are 9 things no one tells you about owning a Maltipoo. Number 1. Potty training will break your spirit before it breaks their habit. The first thing new Maltipoo owners learn, usually within the first 48 hours, is that this adorable little fluff doesn't care about your spotless floors or your optimistic training timeline. For a breed this bright, you'd expect fast progress. But Maltipoos have a special talent for stretching house training into a saga. Their Maltese side brings stubborn streaks. Their tiny size means tiny bladders. And the combination produces a months-long pattern of almost trained followed by, why is there a puddle again? Many owners describe it as the single hardest part of Maltipoo ownership, and they aren't exaggerating. As one exhausted owner admitted, potty training honestly broke me. I thought we were done. Then we woke up one day and just forgot everything. I questioned my life choices for a week. If you're not prepared for setbacks, schedule tracking, enzyme cleaners, and more patience than you've ever used in your life, this stage will steamroll you. But stay consistent, because once it clicks, it finally sticks. Number 2. They love to sprint and leap, but their knees can't always keep up. Most people take one look at a Maltipoo and assume they're getting a dainty little lap ornament, something that prefers soft blankets and gentle cuddles. Then the dog launches off the arm of the couch like it's auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. However, behind the bounce is a very real structural weakness, patellar luxation. It's one of the most common orthopedic issues in Maltipoos because both parent breeds, Maltese and toy poodles, are predisposed to it. The kneecap doesn't sit securely in its groove, so it can slip out of place when they run, jump, or even just turn too quickly. Sometimes it looks like a quick skip in their step. Other times the dog picks up a leg and refuses to put it down at all. And while mild cases can be managed, severe grades often require corrective surgery that comes with a hefty price tag. One owner described their ordeal like this. My 2-year-old Maltipoo suddenly refused to jump. The vet said it was luxating patella, and we ended up doing surgery. Thankfully, it went great, but it was terrifying. If your Maltipoo starts hopping, skipping, or lifting a back leg, take it seriously. Keeping them at a healthy weight and adding joint support helps, but some dogs still end up needing medical intervention. Number 3. There's a dental disaster hiding behind that cute face. Most new Maltipoo owners obsess over grooming appointments and tear stains, completely unaware that the real long-term battle is happening inside the dog's mouth. Small dogs in general struggle with dental health, but Maltipoos take it to another level. Their tiny jaws cram too many teeth into too little space, creating the perfect environment for plaque, tartar, and periodontal disease to take over fast. By age 3, many Maltipoos already show signs of decay. By age 5, extractions are shockingly common. This isn't a vanity issue. It's pain, infection risk, and vet bills that hit like a freight train. One owner's story is painfully familiar to anyone in Maltipoo groups. My baby is only 5, and the vet had to pull 12 teeth. 12! I brush, I use chews. It still happened. I feel so guilty. If you're bringing home a Maltipoo, accept this truth early. Daily brushing is non-negotiable. Annual dental cleanings are mandatory, and ignoring their teeth will cost you far more in money and in guilt than any groomer ever could. Number 4. Your Maltipoo will become a professional sock thief. Of all the odd habits Maltipoos come with, their sock obsession is easily the most universal and the most ridiculous. These dogs treat socks like treasure. They don't shred them, they don't eat them, they collect them. It's like living with a tiny, fluffy curator of stolen laundry. They'll raid hampers, sneak into open drawers, yank socks straight off your feet, and parade around proudly with their prize. Most owners eventually discover a secret stash, a neat little pile under the couch beneath a curtain, or inside the dog's bed, like a personal museum of contraband. In fact, one owner summed it up perfectly. "Hide your socks." She never destroys them, but she didn't get the nickname Sock Bandit for nothing. If you're attached to socks, start closing doors and securing laundry baskets now. Otherwise, accept that your Maltipoo is going to run a one-dog smuggling operation, and honestly, it's impossible not to laugh when you catch them tiptoeing away with a sock twice their size. Number 5. Extreme separation anxiety is highly possible with a Maltipoo. Maltipoos attach hard. Once they pick their person, that's it. You become their full-time emotional anchor. They trail behind you from room to room, wait outside the bathroom like security guards, and act genuinely distressed the moment you walk out the door. This isn't mild clinginess. Many Maltipoos struggle with real separation anxiety. Crying, pacing, barking, or chewing anything within reach because they can't handle the idea of being left behind. In fact, one owner explained it bluntly, saying, "Maltipoos tend to have more separation anxiety than other breeds. They really do just want to be around the humans. I love my little guy more than anything, but leaving him, even now at 3 years old, is still hard." If you bring home a Maltipoo, you must train for independence early. Short solo sessions, calm exits, and good enrichment are essential. Skip that step, and you'll end up with a dog who unravels every time you grab your keys. Number 6. Get ready for a lifelong battle with tear staining. Those bright white Maltipoo faces you see online? Most of them are heavily groomed, filtered, or professionally maintained. In real life, many Maltipoos are prone to stubborn tear stains that show up fast and are incredibly hard to get rid of. Their big Maltese eyes and the poodle's pale coat are the perfect recipe for those reddish-brown streaks under the eyes. And it's rarely just a look thing. Staining can be linked to allergies, blocked tear ducts, watery eyes, or even the wrong protein in their diet. Managing it means daily wipes, regular face washing, and often switching foods until you find something that doesn't make the staining worse. A real owner summed up the struggle well. "My Maltipoo's tear staining will come back within days if I stop cleaning them. We've tried wipes, filtered water, and switching food. It's just part of the routine now." If you want that clean teddy bear look, be ready to clean their faces every single day. Tear maintenance isn't optional with this breed. It's part of the job. Number 7. Your Maltipoo will make a noise that sounds like a medical emergency. You're sitting on the couch, minding your business, when suddenly your Maltipoo freezes, stretches their neck, and starts making a loud, alarming honking noise. It sounds like choking. It looks like an emergency, and your heart immediately drops. Welcome to the wonderful world of reverse sneezing. This strange, dramatic episode happens when air gets rapidly sucked into the nose instead of pushed out. Excitement, allergies, pulling on the leash, or even sniffing too hard can trigger it. It's completely harmless, but the first time you witness it, you'll swear something is seriously wrong. Maltipoos, thanks to their facial structure and sensitive airways, tend to do it more than many owners expect. One owner summed up the experience perfectly, saying, "My Maltipoo has done this for years. The first time terrified me, but it always passes on its own." If it happens, stay calm. A gentle throat rub or briefly covering their nostrils can help them swallow and reset. It's loud, weird, and dramatic, but totally normal for this breed. Number 8. The Maltipoo will outsmart you if you're not ready. You think you're bringing home a sweet, compliant lapdog, but what you're actually getting is a tiny strategist with a PhD in manipulation. Maltipoos are incredibly smart, but that intelligence often comes bundled with a stubborn streak that can catch new owners off guard. They understand commands quickly. The real question is whether they feel like following them. This is where the boundary testing phase creeps in. If your rules are soft, inconsistent, or negotiable, a Maltipoo will take full advantage. They'll test you, push limits, and use every ounce of cuteness to sway the outcome in their favor. In fact, one owner summed it up perfectly, saying, "They're so stubborn and they communicate almost in a human way. They look adorable, but they thrive when you start with clear, firm, and kind training." To stay ahead of them, you need structure, short sessions, great rewards, and unwavering consistency. Just remember, you're dealing with a tiny, calculating mastermind who knows exactly how to get what they want. Number 9. Your Maltipoo's coat is a total genetic gamble. The Maltipoo coat is unpredictable in a way most new owners never expect. You might get the soft, silky Maltese hair that sheds a little but stays manageable, or you might get the tight, curly Poodle coat that never sheds but mats if you even think about skipping a brush. Most people end up with the middle ground, a fluffy, cottony, wavy coat that tangles fast and demands daily care. This unpredictability becomes even more chaotic in F2 and later generations. Two puppies from the same litter can grow up in completely different grooming realities. One easy, one a full-time commitment. A breed guide explains why owners get blindsided. F2 Maltipoos can exhibit a wide range of coat textures, from wavy and slightly curly to soft and straighter, depending on which genes they express. Before bringing one home, be brutally honest about your grooming tolerance. If you can't commit to daily brushing, that cute puppy fluff will turn into tight mats, painful skin irritation, and an unavoidable full shave down at the groomer. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably love this video here. And if you hit subscribe, I'll donate a meal to a rescue dog on your behalf.